My name's Mitchell Payment. My dad introduced me to hunting at a very young age where I quickly fell in love with the raw beauty and emotions that this outdoor lifestyle has to offer. Being able to capture my dad and I's successes and failures through the lens of a camera has now led to this, Moment of Truth TV.
Nice triple, buddy.
Moment of Truth TV is brought to you by The Enforcer, 365 Archery, Score Ammunition, Killing Sticks Arrows, Carson Optical, K&R Taxes located in St. Albert, Alberta, Castle & Meats, OC Archery and Obsession Bows. On this week's episode, I'm going to be hunting a giant whitetail buck that we call Lucky. Over the past 2 seasons of pursuing this deer, we have had many close encounters, including him walking by at 22 yards, and unfortunately, we were unable to get a shot. But going into this year, we are hoping we can locate Lucky and use everything we have learned about this deer and put a killing sticks right in the vitals. Well, it's July 5th. We came out to the property where I've been successful for the last few years. Coming in here early to trim some lanes for our tree stands because in the past we didn't trim lanes and I had to shoot a buck for my knees. So I shot that beautiful drop time buck last year. We figured Lucky made it through the rest of the hunting season, but we're hoping he made it through winter. I'm praying it's the year we can get him. I've been wanting to put my hands on his rack for 3 years now and I think about him every day. So anyways, let's go in there and trim some lanes. About 7:45, August 12th. The season can't get here quick enough. I'm out here in our honey hole scouting for Lucky. And I came here in July once and I climbed up on this barn and I seen a nice 5x5 and I originally thought it was Lucky. So I got out of here because I didn't think anything else was going to come out. And reviewing the footage, I don't think it was Lucky. So it's been hot this all week. I'm going to climb up on this barn and hopefully Lucky makes an appearance. Stay tuned. As I watched those bucks feeding in the grain field, I quickly glanced to my right, and there he was. Lucky was back and bigger than ever. Well, I just got back to the house after scouting Lucky, and he is absolutely magnificent. He surpassed how much I thought he was going to grow, and as you can see, that other bachelor group of bucks, there was that nice 4x4, probably scoring 140, 150. But we're going to keep on Lucky and hopefully be able to powder him once season comes. get in the tree stand where he's going by, hopefully, and get an arrow. And I'm so excited to be able to bring you guys along on this journey with this just world-class buck. It's the night before hunting season. We're really excited. We've been coming out almost every night. There's a grain field across the way where we have 2 tree stands on, and the farmer's cutting it right now. So we're thinking he's going to come out in this alfalfa, and hopefully he comes out in this alfalfa tomorrow night, because that's where the wind's going to be the best for us. So let's get in here and see what happens. Exactly where we wanted him to come out, but he's coming out during daylight and he's here, so it's good news. He's a pig. This segment is brought to you by 365 Archery. It's September 1st, it's opening day. I'm super excited to get up in the tree stand. I came here this morning to scout, and I watched a group of bucks and a couple does go across the field into the bush over here in the grain field. And that's right where we want them for the tree stand, where we have a good wind tonight. And I didn't see Lucky, but I'm hoping he went across before the sun came up. And I seen the buck that he was with last night go across. So I'm hoping he's in there, and if he is, it's perfect case scenario. He should come right by us. Furthest shot will be probably 50 yards, so my fingers are crossed we can get an arrow in him tonight and end the chapter of Lucky. Well, I'm sure you guys have seen what happened. That's kind of disappointing. Everything was perfect. The wind was perfect. Snuck into the tree stand nice and quiet, but I don't know what. In all rights, he should have come right below us, hidden along the bush line, but he goes out into the field at 100 yards. But I don't know. He must have known we were there. We had bucks all over us. They were like 10 yards behind us. The one snorted. They smelt us. They didn't see us. They weren't really scared, but must have spooked Lucky enough to do a loop around us. But we'll keep you posted, and hopefully we can get Lucky on the ground. we're just getting to the deer spot. And last night we had a good encounter with Lucky. We should have had him killed, but he eluded us once again somehow. I don't know if it was luck or he's getting smart now, so well, obviously being that big of a buck, he's doing something right. It's not the nicest day today. It's a little bit overcast. A million things went through my head today because I've been thinking about, oh, we should have him killed, but we're just gonna have to be patient, and that was some great footage of him for pre-roll. So we're gonna go in there today and hopefully get an arrow on him. Stay tuned.
This segment is brought to you by K&R Taxes.
It's September 5th, fifth night in the tree stand. We came out here this morning to try to find where all the bucks are bedding. All we seen was a few muley bucks and a couple whitetail doe. But we're getting ready to go across this grain field into our double tree stand. Got a perfect wind for it. But we have a whole bunch of geese out in the field, so might scare them up. It might not be the stealthiest go in, but we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Meh. 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 I know. Which one is he? No, he's on the left. I can't get a shot. Well, last night was the craziest night in the tree stand ever for me. We had deer everywhere and they weren't smelling us. It was just perfect. We had them bedded right where we wanted them to bed. And that right at perfect camera light, it was getting late. The 5x5 came out and he started scraping, and next thing you know, I hear something running from our right. It's Lucky full out. And it seemed like they're having a battle to the death there. They're going at it hard. And while they were fighting, they actually worked their way away from us and we weren't able to get a shot. But hopefully tonight Lucky comes by us and we can get an arrow in him. But it's pouring rain. It's been pouring rain all day. So we're going to get in there early and get all wet and see what happens. So stay tuned. Well, it's September 16th. We haven't been in the tree stand for 10 days. We were out mule deer hunting. We came close to getting a mule deer, but just didn't work out. But we've been scouting lots, haven't been seeing Lucky, and I was getting a little worried, but yesterday it rained all day and it was miserable out, cold, and we
took a drive and went scouting, and he was out in the middle of the field with some other bucks. So we're hoping, because it rained all day yesterday, he'll come out early tonight and hopefully give us a shot. We don't know exactly which tree stand we're going to go to yet. We're going to decide once we get out into the middle of the field to know exactly which way the wind's blowing, but hopefully it comes by.
This segment is brought to you by Score Ammunition.
Nice shooting, buddy.
Well, it's September 26th. We're getting ready to go into the tree stand. We're at the new spot. We've been in this tree stand once so far, and we didn't see anything, but we think we may have spooked them going in because the wind was swirling and we were kind of noisy. So we're going to go sneak in there today. We got a perfect wind, and we're going to go in there super slow and hopefully get up there without disturbing any deer, and they'll come out and feed in the standing green. Our number one hit list buck is that double flyer, but we're not sure where he is because we haven't been scouting here much, but we got trail cam pictures of him this summer, so hopefully he comes out and we can get an arrow in him, so stay tuned. I think I hear him good. Did I get a pass through?
Yeah, it's a pass through.
Is he going down?
Yeah, he's going down. Gotta go, buddy. Gotta go, Mitch. Gotta go, Mitch. He's down there. He's huge.
Dad, I love you so much.
I love you too, buddy.
Put her here, Dad. We needed that so bad.
I know.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Mitch. Good shot. You nailed him.
I
You
know.
hit him so good. What do you think?
Oh my god, it's that big, tall one.
It's a big buck. He come right in.
Well, he just got down out of the tree, and I'm beyond excited. It's such a beautiful night. We watched him go down, but we like giving him a good half an hour to give him some time to die. But we're gonna go over here and try to find my arrow. I think it's still in him, but if not, we're gonna follow the blood right to him. We watch him go down, but I'm so excited to put my hands on this deer, so let's get to it. That killing stick sure hit him hard. You can really tell they've been in the standing grain feeding like crazy. I see antler, baby.
You were.
Yeah, he's so wide it's sticking up right
Holy.
up. Oh yeah, baby.
That is a big buck.
Oh. Look how big his body is. Look at how wide that
He
deer
is
is.
gorgeous.
The 5x4. What a beautiful deer. Look at the wide he is. Well, here he is. He's a beautiful buck. He's super wide, got really good mass. His tines aren't the longest, but they're out there. And he's the biggest body deer I think we've ever killed. He's got to be 300 pounds plus. And just, it was such an incredible night. A little buck came into the field, and I heard a beaver smacking his tail on the creek down here. And beavers don't just do that for no reason. I knew he was alarmed by something. And next thing you know, this buck, I see his head coming up over the hill. There's a good trail coming up the bank. It's actually down to the dirt. When we were setting up the tree stand, that was one of the key factors in it. But this deer came up over the hill with his big white patch, and his head just looked so beautiful. Came into the grain, and he was feeding, and he was sparring with that other little buck, and for some reason, and he has the whole grain field to go feed, he comes right towards us. I think he was going to end up walking down our bush line, and he came in range 20 yards. I shot him, double lunged, and he didn't go probably 50 yards, and it feels so good to have this deer on the ground. We've had such close encounters with whitetail and muleys. This made my season, and I'm beyond happy, and I'm so glad that I got to bring you guys along with me with seeing all these deer and this year's adventures.